Hello everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. AI assisted coding or AI powered coding has become a norm and it's increasingly become popular everywhere. There are a lot of factors behind it. First and foremost, there is an efficiency factor. AI powered tools can complete code snippets, reducing the time spent on writing boilerplate code, and soon I'm more than sure AI would be able to write end to end code. AI assisted coding provides real time suggestions, allowing developers to focus on logic rather than syntax. The new frontier would be where we won't have to learn any coding or programming language. All we need to learn would be our own natural language. People say that the next coding language will be English. I believe that next coding language will be any human language. We would just say it or write it or just visualize it in our own language, and AI should be able to create an end-to-end code with it with all the tests and verifications. That is where I just stumbled upon this CerebrasCoder, which looks quite cool. One of the intriguing thing about this CerebrasCoder is that it is powered by Llama 3.3 70 billion model. And by the way, this Cerebras is one of the provider of hosted models where you can find a lot of speeds. This video is not sponsored by Cerebras, so I'm not going to spend much time on their marketing, but they are just one of the many providers now where you can obtain API based models. So I think they have hosted this Llama 3.370 billion model, which we already have covered on the channel here locally. And by the way, I also have done videos where I have shown you how to do AI assisted coding or AI coding with the help of local Llama model, so you can search the channel. As far as Llama 3.370 billion model is concerned, it is a multilingual large language model which is pre-trained and instruction tuned in 70 billion parameters. This model has been text only model, and it is optimized not only for multilingual dialogue but also in coding, and that is why I think the choice of this model by CerebrasCoder to create a coding machine is quite intriguing. Another cool thing about it is that this model has used supervised fine tuning and reinforcement learning with human feedback to align with human preferences for helpfulness and safety, and that is where I think it is going to be quite cool. And lastly, it is trained on English, German, French, Italian, Portuguese, Hindi, Spanish, and Thai. But I think this CerebrasCoder only works in English. So let me um, just paste a natural language prompt here, and I will ask it to create me an application or fully functional app in less than a second. So we will test it out. Now here I am asking it develop a basic iOS app using Swift that allows users to convert currency values. The app should have a simple interface to input an amount, select a currency to convert from, and to display the converted result using up-to-date exchange rates from an API. Let's click, let's see, is it less than second or not. It is, I think, almost a second, but it is quite good. Not only it has produced the code on the left hand side, this is our currency. So maybe I'll just say 4000 USD to, okay, so there are three currencies. I'll just go with maybe euro and then convert. There you go. This is magic. So this is what I was talking about. Things have become really crazy here. And if you look at the bottom of this output, you see it has also shown you the tokens, and a token is primarily a basic unit of text that the model processes and generates. So in this case, there are 755 tokens per second, which is quite a good speed. And look at this speed, amazing stuff. And this code you can just readily copy paste in your own environment and use it. Let's try to see if it can do Python. I'm just going to ask it to write a Python program that reads a text file containing a list of URLs and checks each URL for its HTTP response status code. The program should output the URL status code and classify them into categories: success, client error, server error, and redirection. Save the result into a CSV file. Let me click here. There you go. Okay, so it hasn't created the Python one. I think it maybe only works on the app. It seems the code is there, don't get me wrong, but I think because it's more geared towards the web app, so it was unable to show it. If I look at the code on the left hand side, code is spot on, no doubt about that. Amazing stuff. Let me generate another app for it. So I'm asking it to develop an app that connects volunteers and with local charities and non-profit organizations, allowing users to track their volunteer hours and impact. Let's run it. Let's wait for it. There you go. How good is that? There you go. So there is this opportunity, and then you can just pick up this code, take it to your system, and then put in actual charity values. It is very, very fine working code. In the next example, maybe I'm going to ask it design an app that allows users to create and share their own augmented reality filters and effects using a built-in editor. And you see, I haven't even signed up. It's all free. It is still letting me generate everything, which is quite good. And there you go. So here you can create that filter editor and then add assets, delete assets, and then you can share it. Pretty good. So still you see, it's not, this one is not end to end. The more complex it gets, the more boilerplate code it becomes. But even this boilerplate code is very, very handy because you don't have to do much stuff here. And you can use any other coding model to generate the chunks of code which this CerebrasCoder hasn't generated. Let's check out one more. Now in this one, I'm asking you to build an app that generates endless procedurally generated puzzle levels based on the user's skills level and preferences. And look at the speed. This is really amazing. Now this one, if I just quickly have a quick look at the code, it has generated some of the interface, it has generated all the required elements, and then when I go here, you see it has generated a boilerplate here. So I'll just click on generate. Where is the puzzle? I don't see the puzzle. So it is, you can select the difficulty level, you can go with different sort of puzzles, but it actually doesn't generate the puzzle. So for that, I think you would still need to do some work. It's not end to end for complex tasks, but still I think really good stuff. Within split second, it is giving you almost functional apps. And for simple one, you get ready to deploy apps. I will drop the link to it in video's description. Check it out. Let me know what do you think. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thank you for watching.